right, welcome back to the Orleans Arena. Along with Eddie Bravo, I'm Chris Matthews and Brian Solomon. Hey, this is an interesting fight because let me tell you about this guy named Matthew Pauly. Matthew Pauly, his background, he is on the New York Times bestseller list. He is a writer.
Wow.
He spent months and months with some monks in China, living with the monks in China. This guy's unbelievable. He's got a book that he's doing right now with this whole MMA experience in the fight. He's putting this into a book. He's actually a New York Times bestseller writer, so we'll see what happens. So Matt Pauly in the red corner is going to be fighting David Sexton.
That's a wonderful story. I want him to win. I'm not going to be biased, but the fact that he's been over there training with Buddhist monks,
yeah.
I thought Buddhism was a passive type of religion.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, right? Or did I say sex or sense?
This guy is 38 years old.
38 years old. Yeah,
Matthew Pauly.
I thought Buddhists were passive. Shaolin monks in general, I thought were passive, but
I guess there's a difference.
I guess so. From bestseller list to tough enough fighting inside of the ring.
I think that the book would be better if he got his ass kicked, right?
I think we may see that.
If he wins, we're gonna think he's lying. We're like, oh yeah, right.
When was the last time? When was the last time you had somebody say what he does other than MMA right for the Washington Post? Anyway,
that has to be a first. That has to be a first.
There he is, and he's only in the ring because he's doing a story. He's writing a book about his experience in this amateur MMA stuff. So what an interesting story this Matthew Pauly has.
And he's training over at Extreme Couture. I saw in his corner there that Robert Drysdale, another jiu-jitsu practitioner, is over in his corner. So I guess we'll see David Sexton making his way to the ring. Nice tough enough shirt. Look at that.
You know, Pauly's got interesting. You look down through his bio and stuff. He says, "Where will you be in 5 years after this event? Where will you be in 5 years? In traction." He has a sense of humor.
He does have a sense of humor. You know what? Anybody that's brave enough to get into the ring, Buddhist monk or not, 38-year-old or not, you have to give him credit for it. You got to give him credit for getting inside the ring. I'm not in there. Although I would get in there with him. Chris Matthews. How about David Sexton? Nellis Air Force Base. So are we looking at a Falcon coming to the ring?
I think we may see a Falcon here. David Sexton, he is a mechanic full-time. He's been doing this MMA preparation for this night as he's making his debut for 4 years now. We mentioned that Pauly is 38 years old.
Wow.
Sexton is 23 years old.
So Matt Pauly is literally old enough to be the father of David Sexton.
If he had sex at 13.
That would be 15.
I think it's 13.
38 minus 23, I'm going to give it 15, but it's okay.
Okay, 15. 13 sounds better though.
It does.
Sound like a stud.
All right, we go through the ring. Should be an interesting fight. Here's Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds in the 185-pound division. Once again, our referee in charge is Jason Trevino. Introducing first, he'll be fighting out of the red corner. Into the ring this evening wearing the black trunks, and he's representing Extreme Couture. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Matt Pauly. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing black with the red and white flames, and he fights for and represents Nellis Air Force Base. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Sexton.
All right, so here's two guys who just want to have a lot of fun and enjoy themselves. They train, they work. But how about the New York or the Washington Post writer putting a book together, the New York Times bestseller list in there?
That's a great story. I'm not going to lie to you. This guy's a writer for the Washington Post. He's wrote a book that's on the New York Times bestsellers list, and he's now inside the Tough Enough ring, touching gloves.
And coincidentally, he's built like the baddest man on the planet, Emelianenko Fedor.
He is. So maybe he is a beast inside of the ring as he absorbs the right hand. Almost hard to tell these two fighters apart. It almost looks like they have the exact same shorts with the red. We're going to go ahead and say that Matt Polly has the shorter shorts on with the spandex underneath.
You wonder what Paulie will say after the fight.
Polly's got a mean, not Polly, but Sexton's got a mean look in his face. He's intense. Got the open hands of the Muay Thai.
Polly's got a serious jab.
He does. And he just barely missed that right hand. You see Sexton shaking his head. Swinging for the tree, strike one, strike two. Sexton changes to a southpaw.
Oh, that jab, he keeps sticking it.
He does have a nice jab. He's dancing, he's got those hands up.
Paulie with the kick.
Look at that.
Outside leg kick, huh?
Oh, that jab's insane.
He really does have a nice jab, and it's straight to the point. It's touching the chin, the right hand and the left. I think that Sexton felt that left just now. You know what, even though
Paulie moving away from that right.
he is moving, look, he's just leaning. He's got a little Matrix in him here. Little Neo. His chin is way up in the sky, but he's not getting hit by anything. Outside leg kick.
Head movement. He's got good reflexes.
Oh, he takes a right hand and looks at the referee like, did you hit me?
He looked over the corner like, all right, so
Was that you that hit me or was that him?
looking for his corner. And he made it through round one.
He won round one. I get round one.
Maybe a package of jabs or something.
Okay. All right, Eddie, there were no highlights in that first round, but what did you take from it?
I thought there were highlights. I thought Paulie landed maybe 10, 15 jabs.
Look at the face of Sexton.
He is stunned. How did he get hit, he's thinking.
How many guys am I fighting out there? Who is out here? Is he shape-shifting? He's using the Buddhist temple.
I can't even see him.
The speed in which the jab is coming out by Matt Polly.
He might write about how the referee took cheap shot at him.
Oh, both
Look
big
at the
misses.
movement. Look at the movement by Matt Nino Polly. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. He's got inside and outside leg kicks.
Paulie studying Sexton with his moves in the ring.
He absorbs a jab here. Sexton is really intense. How do I hunt this fellow down and land
Oh, big right hand.
a humongous right hand by Matt Nino Polly.
Paulie with that confidence that seems to be growing with every punch.
Oh!
He hits him with the left hand, and Sexton doesn't know whether or not to go southpaw or orthodox. How do I fight this guy? What kind of strategy am I going to use against a man like this?
Oh! He blindsides Neo.
He catches him with the right hand, but he still can't find him. Polly doesn't want another right hand.
Paulie with those deceiving moves.
And the right hand. Sexton doesn't know what hit him. The crowd getting into it. They're getting into it as Polly.
Now they sense what Paulie
Through a head kick.
Paulie like a leopard stalking his prey.
Polly just an onslaught of punches. The referee has to pull Polly off of Sexton at the end of round two.
Round two has come to an end and the fans are going nuts.
Matt That Nino Polly has got to be one of the fastest fighters that I've seen inside of the Tough Enough ring.
Very deceiving. You see Sexton's corner. He's done.
He's done.
It's over.
It's over.
He got stopped.
He can't take any more of it.
Look at this. Paulie with his hands raised. He's the champion. He dances around the ring.
Look at the crowd. They're giving it to him.
Oh, he spent months with the monks in China. But this is the highlight of his career.
Sexton will have no more of this. You can't make me fight that animal. I don't want any more of it.
He stayed on the bench and didn't come back.
No moss. No moss. Look at Paulie with the ferocious left hands, and the referee has to pull him off of his opponent.
That face was one of a tiger determined to get the win.
Matt Paulie,
Look at that.
an enormous win. Look at the smile on the faces of his trainers. Beast made one of his shirts, and he was definitely a beast inside of the Tough Enough ring. And Sexton, who gave a valiant effort, still has not got up off of his stool.
The hours and minutes and days of training have paid off for Paulie.
Paulie taking pictures with Randy Couture inside of the ring. He's a legend inside of the Tough Enough ring now. Paulie is unstoppable.
The Mardi Gras Ballroom has never seen anything like this.
Oh, wow. My life has changed now that I've seen. If Paulie can do it, I can do it as well.
He is every man.
Eddie Bravo stunned at what he's just seen. Eddie Bravo speechless.
Incredible.
The music playing, kung fu fighting.
Only a master, an animal, can use this type of fight music, which truly describes what we've just seen inside of the Mardi Gras
Sexton,
Ballroom.
and he has not gotten up off his bench. We go to Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the second round, the blue corner retires. The winner by TKO victory, Matt Paulie!
I see people standing for the great Paulie.
I think that he'll be back. He has to be back. That's one of the great performances we've seen, and you may read about it.
I can't wait for the sequel.
A wonderful fight, wonderful fight.
All right, we'll come back with much more from New Orleans after this.